Hey everyone, it's Christy from the Executive Remote Worker. Like millions of you, I use Google Flights, do my flight research, and figure out my best options for flying places. And so today I want to talk to you about my essential filter criteria for finding the best flights on Google Flights. Let's get started. The first filter criteria I want to share with you is, this is my essential filter criteria. The first one is going to be, there's a slider where you can change departure time, outgoing and the incoming or the return flights. So I slide that over, so I'm never taking flights before 10 a.m. because I do not like early morning flights when you have to be places, especially international ones, when you have to be there like 2-3 hours early. So if you have like a 6 a.m. flight, you need to be at the airport by 4. Like, that's not happening for me. So for me, I set that slider over to 10 a.m. Sometimes 9 if I have to. But really, I think that's a really key metric for flight searches. The second one that I think is essential is the duration. So that also has a slider option. This one is a little bit depending on where you're going. So like if you're going from the US to Mexico, well, let's say Florida and to Mexico, probably in my opinion, I would say I would set that slider to no more than 8 hours, because that's like really close. So the duration would be the length of the flights plus the layover. So I don't want like a super long layover, so that's why 8 hours to me seems reasonable. That seems kind of long. I'm hoping to find like shorter duration, but if you know, that's like a max duration. Now, if I'm going to Europe, I usually set that at 16 hours. So I don't really want like a long layover and so on. Now, given the next filter criteria, the duration and such kind of take care of themselves in a lot of cases, but the number of stops. So if there's a lot of options, depending on the destination, if there's a lot of options for non-stop flights, I might say I just want non-stop flights. Or if it's like Europe, where there's not a lot of direct options from where I'm coming from in the US, then I'll set it to 1 stop or less, which would also give me my non-stop options too. So I generally set that at 1 or less. We just don't want to fly with 2 or more stops, because to me that's like super risky, and you're just maybe asking for trouble if there's delays and your luggage gets lost and whatever. So you can save money with more stops, but I just prefer to like have 1 stop or less. And then the last big tip that I have is, there is a field that is not super obvious in Google Flights, but if you click the all filters and you scroll way to the bottom, there's an option that you can set to say hide separate tickets. And so while keeping those separate tickets in your filter results will give you maybe more affordable options, hiding them, to me, reduces the more risky options, because so booking a separate ticket basically means that they might be booking your itinerary on multiple airlines. And I prefer, when I travel, because I think it's risky to change airlines, I will pay a little bit extra to know that my whole itinerary is the same airline and I don't have to worry about it. So those are the 4 criteria that I think are essential in searching for flights on Google Flights. Setting the departure time to be after 10 a.m., setting the duration to, you know, less than 16 hours or 8 hours or 5 hours or whatever the case may be, depending on where I'm going. I want 1 stop or less, usually non-stop if I can get it, and hide those separate tickets. So I hope you found this helpful and it helps you in your next flight search. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, or if there's other filter criteria that you use to find the best flights on Google Flights. Until next time, bye.